All right, this is Dan Hunt with the Jska Rochester. It's September 17th, virtual dojo. So we're going to continue our work in Heian Godan and Nijushiho, as well as work on our open and close of hip and delivery of body dynamics. So with that, we'll get started. And remind me at the end of class, I have a question about Saturday class that I need you guys to dig into. I'm going to send out an email about that too, but I'll talk to you guys live about it, okay? All right. Any questions before we get started? All set. Gary, put yourself on mute, please. Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. All right, so let's start with our hip rotation work. So the other day we talked about creating pressure into the back foot and having it on the outside or at least the middle part of the foot. Even when you rotate forward, don't let this knee, watch how my knee stays out here rather than collapsing here with the outside edge lifted off the floor. So you want to have that knee in a position where it can put that foot flat on the floor. So if you're a skier or a water skier, maybe even a paddleboarder and so on, one of the things that's important is having the whole foot on whatever it is you're using so that you can create pressure on whatever it is you're pushing with. Okay, so in particular skiing, even though I'm on the edge of my ski, my foot is on the whole bottom of the ski boot. Okay, so what I want you to do, everybody facing this way. Actually, let's start with bow. Okay, so everybody facing this way. Okay, draw a hand, and what I want you to do this time is we're going to create pressure from here, and we're going to go out and back and create pressure on the way back. What we're going to do with a punch and come back, create pressure again. Okay, so it's an out and back. One of the things I want you to think about is not necessarily coming back so fast that you didn't deliver all the energy of the punch. So I want you to continue to drive forward and think about what does it take to get all this from the heel all the way through the body and out the hand. Okay, and a nice sticky taste, squeezing the armpit in here, squeezing it tight. Okay, so we're going to go out and back, but we got to deliver all the power. Ready? Hitch. Knee. Sump. Feed. Go. Gradually, as you get a little bit better at delivering all the power, that delivery point gets to be really small. So we don't want to leave our hand out there. This is one of the fallacies that a lot of people who don't know the karate, Shodan karate, they think we leave our hand out all the time. We train that way sometimes, but when we fight, we don't leave our hand out because they can get a hold of it, especially if you miss. You don't leave your hand out there and let them get a hold of it. So in the end, it wants to be delivery of the power, but then pull it back after you're done. So look something like this. Okay, where everything goes forward and back, and the hand comes back right immediately after you've delivered all the power. That's kind of almost an instantaneous, you got it all out and then let go of it. Okay, here we go. Trying to gradually reduce how long you hold that punch. Okay? It's knee. Sump. Chi. So feel your foot start the attack. Feel the hip move from the foot. Feel the arm moving from the hip. So that progression of A, B, C, and then finally bend the front knee in D. Ready? Chi. Go. Rook. Sit. Hut. Coup. Chill. All right, switch other leg. Okay, so again, driving in, lock down the punch, by generating the power forward. I'm not just trying to stick it out there. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that to feel like the energy is going out. There we go. Itch. Knee. Thump. Chi. Go. Sit. Touch. Ku. Ju. All right, now let's take that and shorten the time when you hold or deliver that power. Shorten the time it takes to come back. Okay, not so much that you're already starting to come back before you finish. There we go. Pitch. Knee. Thumb. Chi. Go. Rook. Sit. Touch. Ku. Ju. All right. All right. I'm going to take a watch and see how you guys are doing. Okay. So facing the other way. Okay. I want to see if I can see. And Dirk, can you back up just a little bit? There you go. Yeah, good. So I can see your feet. Mary, same thing. Back up just a little bit. Good. And Gary, turn your screen down more. And then back up some. And Elliot, you are frozen in time. And Masa, I can't see your feet. So if you can move back some. There you go. All right, that'll work. And back up just a little bit more. There you go, good. And Elaine, back up just a little bit toward the lounger. Even more right there. That's good. Okay. All right, here we go. Ready. Gary, switch feet. There you go. Good. Ready. Itch. A little bit more delivery, Mary. Finish that whole thing. Drop it like you're going to put a hole in them, okay? Hit. Not from the top, from the legs. Some. A little bit more open, Mima. A little bit more open hip. There you go. Can you feel how that put more pressure in the foot? Yeah, okay. Some. Chi. That's it, Mickey and Masa. I like it. Go. A little bit top heavy, Dirk. Try and push more from the hips. Yeah. Ruko. That's better. A little bit more finish, Dirk. Sichi. That's it. Hutch. Oh, come on, Elliot. Put a hole in them. You're just playing patty cake. Hachi. That's better. Ku. Ju. All right, Elaine, you got a little bit more than that without breaking your shoulder up? Okay, let's go the other way. Gary, switch your feet. Gary, did I skip over you? Ah, darn it. Okay, I'll look at you first. All right, here we go. It. Knee. Thump. So, Gary, when you make your punch, your heel's coming off the ground. It's a very static exercise. You should be able to keep that heel on the ground. There you go. Fichi. Yep. All right, so Masa, bend your back knee a little bit. There you go. Now push a little bit on the outside edge of your foot. Keep that knee bent just a little bit more. There you go. So now you have something to push off of to go forward. Go. Roko. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. All right, good. And turn the other way. All right, so any questions on what I'm trying to get you to do? You think? All right, we'll go back to next drill. All right, so now I want you to do 2 punches. Same thing, and each time I want you to go out, deliver the body, come back, load up the back foot, outside edge or at least middle, and then come back out, deliver the body, bring it back again. So all of it's going to go total of four different things. Out, back, out, back. Okay? So the back, you might have a slight dwell, but I want you to try and shorten the time at the very end, but I still want you to deliver all the power. Okay? So it's going to look like this. Okay? And hip, 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 driving from the floor. Ready. Hitch. Knee. Some. She. Go. Roko. Sichi. Hachi. Ku. Two. Hey. All right, other way. Same left leg forward. Okay, here we go. Same thing. Itch. Knee. Some. She. Go. Rook. Hichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Hey. All right, good. Yummy. Bow. All right. You take a question or two if you got one.
Sorry, I had a question. Every time that I do the hip twist, I feel like my back knee is collapsing in, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
So when you go forward, is it collapsing in? Or
Yeah,
when you go backwards?
When I go forward.
So your back knee is collapsing in?
Yes.
All right, so what I would suggest is that you train it a little slower maybe, and don't rotate your knee in as much as you normally would, okay? It still has to turn because your hips are turning, but like I say, if you go too far with that knee that way, then what happens is you start bending the knee and then it starts falling inward, okay? So try to keep the outside edge of your knee in a position that it always puts pressure at least on the middle of the foot. And this is one of those, how does it feel? So here's a good thing. You felt it falling inside. So now you got to find a way to feel it not do that by putting it in the right spot. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, that is a problem, and you want to try and fix that over time, because I mean, think about it too, is one is you're losing some energy. Two is it's not all that great for your knee to have that side pressure on it because it's laying on the inside. So you got to kind of do it, you know, start it in a slow manner like we did on Tuesday, where you close it slow, open it slow, and you find where does it need to be able to maintain that pressure on the floor. And it still wants to have a rotation though with your hip though. Okay. Try not to sit on it though. Sit backwards, that's not good either. So in order to You got to watch you don't go too far forward though either. Okay. All right, anybody else? Did that help? Well, I gave you work, right? All right. Anybody else? All right, so let's move on. We'll go another 5 minutes on the open and close the hip. All right, so let's do this with in place, facing front, left leg forward, hands up. Okay, so what I want to do is for this one, I want to take this in place rising block, reverse punch. I'm going to look at my back knee. See how it's not in here like this? It's more like it's a little bit out. So that way I can keep this side of my knee. If you looked real close, it's still over my big toe. It's not inside my big toe this way. Okay? See if I can show you a little bit better. Get a little closer. Okay? So my knee is still over my big toe. Once you start doing this, see how that knee goes that side and it's actually over the heel. And that's not all that great. And if you look at it here, you can see as I take it from here to there, that foot starts to roll up. Okay? So that should help you see what it looks like and how it gets there. Now the challenge is making it work. Okay. All right, so left leg forward. So we're going to start with rising block, reverse punch. Okay, pitch, knee, thump, chi, go, rock, sit, hotch, two, two. A little quicker, pitch, knee, thump, chi, go, rock. Notice the belt goes here, then there. Sichi, hachi, ku, ju. Now all nice and fast. Itch, knee, thump, chi, go, rook, sich, hach, ku, ju. Hey! All right, good. Switch other leg. All right, slow. So get your position, and then let's find the position with the hips forward. Check your back. Feel your back foot. Does it feel like the whole foot's on the ground? You start rolling onto the big toe and the inside of the foot. You got to take your knee and move it out just a little bit until the whole foot gets on the floor again. All right, here we go. So from the punch, pitch, knee, thump, chi, go, rock, sich, hotch, ku, ju, pitch, knee, thump, chi, go, rock, sich, hotch, ku, ju. Full speed, pitch, knee, thumb, chi, go, rock, sich, hotch, ku, ju. All right, good, yeah, man. So one of the things that I do when I train that sometimes, just for my own, how does it feel? I put my brain down on my foot. I think about that and not so much the other stuff that I'm doing. I just try and put my foot there, so, or my head there, so that I could feel. That time when I was doing that, I could feel all four toes on the ground and their main knuckle to the foot on the ground. Outside edge on the ground, inside edge on the ground. So that way I can feel that whole foot staying on the ground and then driving forward or loading up as I open the hip up. Okay. All right, another question? Anyone? Gary, you good? Okay. All right, welcome in, Pete. All right, let's take a quick break, get a drink of water, come right back, okay? All right. Give you another 30 seconds or so. All right, Mary's back, Gary's back. All right, and Mickey is trying to get even taller. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're going to move right into kata now. I want to start with Heian Godan. We'll get a couple of Tekki Shodans in for Dirk, and then move right into our Nijushiho and finish that one up so that everybody has the entire outline of it. And then we'll do that a few times, okay? All right, so let's do some Heian Godan. Did anybody have any questions from some of the details that we gave out on Tuesday for Heian Godan? No? Okay, all right, let's do it. All right, so one thing I want you to know too is that knee positioning is a similar thing in back stance. So if you go out here and watch my, what would be my right knee, if this is fallen in here, that's going to be very hard on your knee and also not really give you any pressure that way. It's just kind of fallen in. So need to push these thighs apart a little bit and create that pressure on the outside edge of the foot again. Notice this knee is directly over that big toe. So when you step out and this sink down, put this foot out. This leg is already in the right spot. Doesn't have to slide forward hardly at all. And then when you go the other way, this leg is already in the right spot. So I don't really have to slide out this way either. Okay? All right, hand go down. Plus. It's knee. Some. It's knee. Some. She. Go. Run. Hitch. Touch. Hey. Hitch. Knee. Push your knees apart. Some. She go. Rook. Hey. Hitch knee. Turn hip. Go. Rook hip. Turn hip. Down. Okay, so some of the things that I do for this, turn this up a little bit, I can get a little closer. So, for instance, on this part here, okay, I'm here, my elbow's here. I don't bring this all the way back to here, just here. My body moves to where my hand is. My hand pulls back as my body's going. The other thing is from here, I push this out as I'm moving right to the head, and I bend in with my front knee to drive that in. So really get on that left leg as you're going forward to push in. Another item from this punch, keep this hooking punch tight to the body, and then it comes out. So on the other side, 1, 2, sorry, 1, 2. This elbow stays tight to the body, like it's a reverse punch, and then turns. Reverse punch, then turns. Don't have this thing come out and around. This way, tight to the body. Okay? All right, let's do this again. Any questions on those little tidbits? Okay, and we talked about too about the jump. Okay, all the jumps in Shodan start with this right leg coming up really high. Right leg coming up really high. So from here, I'm in this T stance that we do in Nijushiho, forward. This one's more backward, right? So from here, I'm going to take these hands and move it up. My right knee has to come up. If it doesn't come up, you're not really getting up. And watch my left leg coming and tucking underneath. See how it comes up under here like this as it goes, as I step up. So it's more of a up than it is a jumping out. Okay, so lift that knee up nice and high and then down this way. Keeping your posture kind of tall, but letting your buttocks out just a little bit. Okay? All right, here we go. And we're gonna go it. It's knee. Shigo. Rub. Itch. Hunch. Kuju. Ready? Itch. Knee. Hump. Shigo. Rook. Itch knee. Shigo. Now. Okay. Time to watch. All right, so let's watch Masa and Mickey. So Mima, could you swap with Mickey, please? Okay. All right, ready? And Godan. Everybody can watch them, or you can do it yourself. It's up to you. Okay. See if you can see some of the mistakes that we've talked about. Because sometimes watching others do it, you might get a sense of, oh, that's what he's talking about. Because you don't really see it in yourself. It's kind of hard to sometimes guess what you're doing. All right, here we go. Begin. All right, so Dirk would tell you the common mistake, Masa, is this needs to come up right next to your forehead when you do these. In the so right next to your forehead, right next to your forehead, you're kind of coming out like this, okay? And then also these hook punches. The hook punch is good, but after this one is a full reverse punch, not a hook punch. That should be fully extended reverse punch. So from the underarm block, 1, 2, full reverse punch. Okay. So watch. 1, 2, full reverse punch. Yes, there you go. Then the next one is a hook punch. Then it's a underarm block, full reverse punch. So both of those after the Uchiuki are full reverse punches, yeah. And don't let that back knee collapse. Keep that back knee in a back stance, okay? There you go, yep. Then that's a hook punch. Okay, Mickey, you kind of had a little brain fart there for a minute, eh? Okay, one of the things too is this is small again. Get this out here. Put some space in between your your hand and your body, okay? You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Elliot and Dirk. I wonder if I could move somebody. Let's see. No, not gonna let me move you. I could remove you, but that won't work. Okay, never mind. Okay, here we go. All right, hand Godan. Begin. All right, Elliot, you got frozen in time again right at the very end. All right, Dirk, on the strikes to the groin, you got a little cant going one way or the other. So watch your posture on those. Yep. More. It was a little bit on the left leg forward and a lot more on the right leg forward. So it was a little bit when you're making this movement here. Yeah. So I don't know if maybe you're thinking more shoulder and that's taking you a little bit inboard. Okay. So be careful. Think more hip rotation. Elliot, when you're making your marote uke at the front, just before the jump, you got to turn your hips a little bit more, 45 degrees. Okay, they're kind of going straight to the side. Right. And then also your lunge punch after this part, your lunge punch is kind of coming out here instead of down the middle. So make it come right down the middle of your chest, okay? All right. Any other questions on hand Godan? All right, well, let's do a Tekki Shodan or two, and then we'll get into Nijushiho finishing that up, okay? All right. Tekki Shodan. Pitch. Knee. Thump. Chi. Go. Right. Pitch. Hey. Pitch. Knee. Thump. Chi. Go. Right. Pitch. Hey. Yeah, man. Okay. Some highlights for that one is make sure you keep this hand here nice and tight to the body, and then use it, keeping the elbow tight, but use it to pull your arm sideways. And be careful you don't turn your hips so much that your leg starts to collapse. Okay, so everything wants to stay tight. Be a little movement, but not a whole lot. Okay, and then the other one I'm always telling students when we're live is 1, 2, make sure you finish this one. This one tends to end up short. So 1, 2, ends up short so you can get to the next one. Now finish this one. So open the chest, close the chest for this, okay? All right, Dirk, let's take a look. See what you got. You're gonna be on the big screen. All right, ready. Anybody else wants to do it, you can. Okay, Tekki Shodan. I begin. Hajime. All right, so I've got some good comments. So let's, Dirk, take yourself off mute and let me make some real-time adjustments, okay? And let's all go through it. And as I'm going through it, maybe you can make an adjustment too. Okay, ready? So what I want you to do is squeeze your thighs together as you step across, and then suddenly explode with your legs, okay? And send the arms out. Ready? Itch. Now from here, this should be ba-bum, ba-bum. Itch, knee. No, no, no. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Not 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I saw was everything. Yes, that's much better. Then finish this down block too, like we talked, right? Okay, so ba-bum, ba-bum. So this is the beginning of blending, okay? Making things come together. Yeah. So what you have to do is you have to compress, relax, compress, relax, compress, relax. Opposite sides of the body. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Okay, then go, squeeze your thighs together. See, hold on. So see how your knees wanted to stay apart from each other when you step across? Yeah, see, yeah, you're kind of moving your foot, not your inner thighs. Move your inner thighs together. Yes, that's better. Now 1, boom. Yep, then 1, 2, 3. No, not 1, 2, 3. I want 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So back to the middle block. Yep. 1, 2, 3. No, that was 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So the next one. Pick up your foot. No. Don't do all this twisting thing while you're lifting your foot up. Don't do any of that. Leave this right here. And while you're lifting your foot up, then turn it sideways. There you go. Then lift the other foot up. Leave it there. No. Don't do any of this, any other movement of the hands or anything. It's already there. Lift the foot up and then pull it back in. Okay, but you have to swing the bottom of the foot up, right, to the middle. Yeah, there you go. Good. And turn your fist. Hold on. Go back to this one. Yeah, there you go. And then ba-bum. No, not 1, 2. I want ba-bum. There you go. Yep. So you see how much you had to compress and release and then go again? Yep. Okay, so it'd be the same on the other side. Okay, so use the relaxation of the technique for one as the start of the next technique. Okay. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to finish that down block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Keep going. Squeeze the thighs together. 1, 2, 3. Itch. No, you had it right. No, go back. Out here, hands away from you.
Right,
1, 2, 3. Lift 1, 2. Good. Then the next one, 1, 2. Then ba-bum. No, not 1, 2. Ba-bum. Yes, there you go. Yep. So it's kind of like playing baseball, right? Catch, boom, you got to get rid of it in a hurry to get that double play. Otherwise, yeah. Okay. All right, good. Anybody else have any questions on Tekki Shodan? All right, we're stuffing a lot into today. Sorry. Okay. Hopefully too, Elaine, Mary, even Mima, keeping an eye on, even Gary, keeping an eye on how to teach. Okay, things to look for, things to make comments about. Okay. All right, so Nijushiho. Let's get to where we were yesterday or Tuesday, and then get to the end of the kata. Did anybody have any questions about what we had Tuesday? Or you'll figure them out as we go. Okay, here we go. Nijushiho. Okay, so right hand is down the middle, left hand is on the left side of the body. Back stance pull. Okay, left hand is 90 degrees. Punching underneath the arms and slipping forward. Itch. Left hand underneath, palm up, knee. Okay, dropping the hands as you turn. Hangetsu or Sanchin Dachi. Right hand over left, double punch. Bring it in and cross kakiwaki, like in hand Yondan or Jion. Okay, reach out with the right, rising block, empty. Okay, this is an extra rotated hips, like in hand Nidan. Okay, lead with the elbow. Actually, why am I not the senior here? All right, let's go back to, okay, sorry. So lead with the elbow, press out, tate shuto. As you kick, pull the hand back, synchronize it. Boom. Full reverse punch. Lead with the elbow again. Pull, kick, reverse punch. Bring your left foot over and pivot the hip, dropping the hand. Bring the left hand up over the top. Okay, that's where we were the other day. Everybody good to there? Okay. All right, Dirk, if you could go on mute, please. Okay, so from here, we're going to take and we're going to turn, we're going to drop our left hand to our left side, open hand. Right hand is going to do a haito with the side of the hand to their neck, like this. So left hand is straight back, palm back. Right hand is to the neck. From here, this is going to go underneath. This left hand is going to stand up underneath in kia. Right? This hand is shooting underneath their chin. Then the left hand goes down and starts to grab. Right hand goes down. Left hand goes underneath. So this goes like this. Okay? So I'm here. This one goes out, pushes down, then comes up, double punch. We've done this one in Nijushiho, right? Okay. So again, from here, this high block, palm to the face, low block, palm to the groin. Okay, switching hands, left is going to go low, right is going to go high. 1. Haito. Okay, this is just a regular front stance. 2. 8. 3, left hand comes out, pushes down, pull in, double punch. Okay, again. Hitch, knee, 8, some sheep. Okay, from that double punch, we're going to take the turn to the 45 degrees. This is a flat tate shuto, okay? This is not a vertical. This is more flat this way. Actually, there's a different name for it. I don't recall what it is, but it is a shuto that's flat. Not this way, not this way. Okay, it's flat. Palm is this way. Okay, from here we're going to step into a kibarachi, elbow with the right. 1. Okay. Then I'm going to cover with my right, punch with my left, and then shift backwards, down block. Okay, so from here, 1, 2. palm vertical, flat palm. Elbow step in, kibarachi. Shift in, punch cover, shift back, down block. Okay, so go again, go back to right leg, 45 degrees, high, right hand low. 1, 2, 3, catch, push, and punch. Itch, palm. Elbow, kibarachi. Punch, down block. Okay, from here, turn, do the same vertical shuto again. Here, 45 degrees the other way. Stepping in, kibarachi, elbow strike, 1, like in hand Godan, and a down block like in basai-dai, 1. Okay, that's with the right hand. Now we're going to repeat to this 45 degrees. 1. Okay, kibarachi, elbow, punch cover, down block. Okay, so back to high-low, palm to the face, palm to the groin, rotating. 1, strike the neck. 2, kiai. 3, catch, push, and pull up, double punch. Left is on top of right. 45 degrees. Hand is vertical, thumb is high, but tucked. Elbow in, 1, kibarachi, punch shift, down block shift. Pitch, 45 degrees the other direction. Elbow in a down block, itch knee. Then 45 degrees this way. Elbow, shift punch cover, down block. Okay, let's go from the beginning. Us. Pitch, knee, punch, and elbow. San, drop the hands, sanchin dachi, double punch, right hand on top. Pitch, knee, kakiwaki. San, rising block, elbow. Elbow, extending, tate shuto. Full kick, punch, full reverse punch. Elbow leads, full kick, full reverse punch. Shift, hands, double hands. Twisting, hit the neck. Kiai, catch, push, and double punch. Vertical palm. Elbow, shift punch and cover, shift down block. Go the other 45 degrees. Elbow down block. Shift, or 45 degrees. Elbow, kibarachi, cover punch, shift back down block. Okay, so the last one, I'm going to take these hands and go up. Kind of like what we did in Meikyo, right? Hands go up, pull in sideways to the side. This is a sanchin dachi, double punch, right on top of left again. And then from here, okay, from here, my hands are going to collapse. The left is underneath, right is on top. Change. And then the left is on top, right is under bottom. Okay, so from here, double punch, collapse, left underneath, right on top. Make the right go up, left go down. And then push right, left on top, right on bottom. So this is called a wa-uke or a wasa-uke, okay, where it's a round type block. So I'll show you from my vantage is if you're looking at me here, collapse, around, and then in. So if I'm doing it with you, everybody, let's punch. This is your look. So everybody put your left leg forward, right hand on top. Collapse, right hand on top, left hand underneath. Take the left hand low, right hand high. This way. So left hand high, right hand low. Let's go back. double punch, underneath. Left hand low goes down, right hand high goes up. And end up with your left hand high, right hand low. Okay? All right, so let's go back to here. Let's do this one sequence one more time. Okay, so right leg forward, 45 degrees toward the back of the room. Okay, switch it up. 1. Strike ki 2. Hey, catch. Underneath the armpit with the left hand, up and down, double punch. Left on top of right. Okay. Vertical hand. Stepping in, rising block. I'm sorry, elbow, rising elbow. Cover punch, down block. Other 45 degrees. Elbow down block. Stepping 45 degrees. Rising elbow, cover punch, down block. Hands go up. Pull. Double punch. Left underneath, right on top. Left hand goes down, right hand goes up. Shove. This is also a sanchendachi. And then finish. Okay. Any questions? That one, that very end is probably the hard part. Gary, I know you got one. Come on, give it up.
I'm getting a little confused. I got confused way before the end.
Okay.
It's I think you hit a rising block and then it's a cover punch. So
it's a rising elbow. It's a rising elbow. That's right.
Okay.
Then from here, cover punch. So from here, then it's a cover punch, and then it's a down block shifting back. Yep. Okay.
And
That help?
but the shift in there before that.
So the step in is just the elbow. Shift forward, cover punch, shift back, down block.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Elaine, you got one?
Yeah, I just have a question about the kicks. When exactly do I pull my hand in? And I feel like my leg just goes out and is like hanging there. Do I snap it back?
Yeah, it's this is one of those, it's a hard one because the tournament version of this is very different than the actual application of this. So the hand comes back and it ends at your side when your kick ends. So the timing is they end together. So when you pull this back here, the kick is out. Same time, okay? Now, yes, it does feel like it's hanging out, but 1, 2, okay? So it's you do have to bring it back, but see, the old way of doing this used to be, let me put myself on big again. So the old way used to be, just lift the leg up and punch.
Okay.
They've since gradually gone to a Jodan Mawashigiri style looking Yoko Kikomi, right? So for us mere mortals, if you can go belt height, great. If you can only do knee height, that's fine, but lift the knee up. So this pull, and then as you bring it back, then punch. Okay?
Okay.
Does that help?
Very much. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else?
So, Sensei,
Yes.
you know where the double punch
Yeah.
and collapse, and then
Yeah. So bring your hands more centered, like this. So like thumb and pinky are about even with each other, not on top of each other, palm and palm, but slightly offset, but not way out here. Yeah. So what was your question? Sorry.
So like, how can you use it? Is it like a shove?
I tend to look at it as a palm to the neck or the chin, and a palm down to like the lower, like bladder or just above the pelvic bone.
Okay.
Okay. That's kind of how I look at it.
Okay.
The other way you can look at it too is it's a twist of the head. And then I've got his chin, I've got the crown of his head, and then I'm shoving it in. It's pretty brutal. I wouldn't expect you to do that on the playground, but you might need to do it someday if you ever need to protect yourself, right?
In the Hunger Games.
Yeah, that. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Pete, you got anything for me? I know I can't see you, but you got any questions?
Yeah, I do. On the stances, when you do that first elbow, you're in a kibidash,
Yeah.
and then you do the cover punch. Is that a front stance or a
That's
social?
also a kibadachi.
You stay in that stance.
Yep, and so is
And then
the
how
counter.
about your down block? You're still in the kibidash?
That's correct. So all three of those are in kibadachi.
Okay,
Okay.
that was my question.
And then the stance before that with the palm up this way is a back stance.
Okay.
Okay. All
Yep.
right. Good question. All right. All right. Let's go through it another couple times and then we'll call it a day. All right. Nijushiho. Os. Ich. Ni. Some. She. Go. Rock. Pitch. Pitch. Knee. Some. She. Go. Eight. Rock. Pitch. Knee. Some. She. Pitch. Knee. Some. Pitch. Knee. Some. She. Go. Here. Eight. Pitch. Okay, so the last two are in that Sanchin Dachi. Okay, left leg forward, left or right hand up. Okay, then collapse. See, my thumb is about even with my pinky. Okay, so you want to hit here and here with those, or like I said, if you got his head, these kind of stay a little closer to each other if you got his head. Okay, one more time.
Hey, Sensei, at the end there, you have your left leg forward, and then when you're that wrap around, and then you step forward, Sanchin Dachi with your right.
Yeah, so let's go back. Let's everybody do this together. So left leg forward, double punch. Okay, left leg forward, right hand on top. Collapse. Bring it around. So this comes through the center and off to the side, and shove it in. Okay, again. Okay, left leg forward, right hand on top of left. Itch. Notice how my chest gets big, and then it gets small again. It really collapses. Okay, and also that it goes through the center. There's a lot of folks that come here and then just go this way. Okay, they came from here, they don't bring it back to here. I like bringing it out to here and then coming in. Okay, does that help, Gary?
Yes.
Okay, all right, let's go. Last one. Nijushiho. Begin. Hey. 45 degrees, straight up hand. Hitch. Knee. Humpsy. Go. Ruck. Hitch hotch. Coo. Hey. Hitch. All right, you feel like you got it, or you feel like you can get it with a little bit more practice. Okay. All right. So that's about it for today. We'll probably go through this one more time on Tuesday with the rest of the group, and probably do this a little bit on Saturday as well. All right. All right. Thank you, everybody.